Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. As you can see, our first slide talks about CUT being a leading African university of technology, shaping the future through innovation. And I'm going to be focusing on some of these aspects. The next slide, please. Then community engagement should be rooted in culture, the life of people, and all-round development of personality and character formation. And this resonates with Ubuntu. I am human because I belong. Harmony, friendliness, and community are the greatest good. A fundamental respect in the rights of others is necessary, a deep allegiance to the collective identity by mutually sharing and co-responsibility. Apart from the national, we've got some policies. I'm a bit, there's something popping up about my language. Yes, so, yeah, it says I have switched to a different language. Okay, so I think it's because of my accent. And apart from the national and international policies, the two policies that underpin community engagement at CUT is the engagement strategy of 2021 to 2025 and the Vision 2030. And then, of course, we have the Vice Chancellor's Excellence Awards for community engagement, the teaching and learning, as well as the research policy. But we take a lot of our, what should I say, cues from the two policies above that I mentioned as well. The next. Then our definition is mainstreaming of undergraduate and postgraduate curriculum to advance the development and application of knowledge via the quadruple helix partnerships and networks. And the scholarship of engagement is the coming together of all entities with an emphasis on engagement, and all entities with the same mission statement work in synergy. And that is important in terms of this community engagement at CUT, that we must go work in synergy with each other and work through the curriculum. My next slide is on the next slide, is we've come up, we've evolved over the years, and there were various milestones that dictated the change. And we are using the spin-in, spin-out model. And to my left, you'll see the focus areas is the two blue arrows is education and development, and the spinning in, we do it through teaching, training, skills development, professional development, and research. And the areas that we work with is eradicating poverty and related conditions, increasing social capital, balancing a sustainable environment, and promoting human dignity and health. And our spin out is entrepreneurship, innovation, and incubation. The next slide, please. So our stance is service learning and work integrated learning are the key drivers of community engagement because it's supposed to work via the curriculum. We look at embracing the theory of social change, the human capital or human development, or the developmental mode within individuals, groups, and communities. It begins with what we call leading within in an interconnected, collaborative, trusting, and respectful manner. Next, please. So how do we become relevant? At CUT, we've got an iGym where ideas on business is pitched, and even people from the community can go there and pitch their ideas. And thereafter, it is sussed out what's the potential, and guidance is given, and referrals are done. Entrepreneurship training is provided here, and one of the forms of entrepreneurship training here that's done is via the value e-gain, which is something like the Monopoly. Then we have CUTIS, which is CUT's Innovation Services, which is the business center of CUT. We have the Center for Rapid Prototyping and Manufacturing, and this center is very big on manufacturing medicinal, not medicinal, what you call it, these implants and so forth. Then we have the Product Development Technology Station, and then we have the Fab Lab, where ideas are fabricated. Continued with being relevant. Okay, yes, I remember, Cornell, you like the Fab Lab. Then being relevant, CUT mandated, sorry, my spelling of mandated here, to create a smart village in a rural community, in a tribal community. Financial resources are very scarce. But what we realized as community engagement practitioners, and together with my counterpart, Karen Fenter from Free State, is we realized there's a gap between what the university wants and the positionality of the people at Nagas Post. So we had to come up with projects which we can bring them to a certain level of understanding, as well as develop them personally as well. Then we also been, within community engagement, we have the Schools Advancement Academy, and we have STEM projects. And the purpose of the STEM projects is to create a pipeline of students to enter the engineering field or science fields. And we do robotics training, and also we did training with teachers, and these are some of the projects. Then we also have the ESCOM Expo, where school learners have to come up with projects, science projects on various themes. And that's hosted at CUT. And that also gives our learners exposure, as well as community members can come and visit the expo as well. Then we have the EMYC, which is the Entrepreneurship Matriculant of the Year competition, where we have partners, business partners and government partners, and our matriculants have to come up with innovative ideas and look at, and then they win prizes and then also get bursaries and so forth as well. Then we have Enactus, which has a very entrepreneurial mindset, and they have been the winners nationally twice in a row in 2 years in succession rather. And they're very big in vermiculture as well. So one of the things I like to do, or like working with communities, is using the sustainable livelihoods approach, where we look at the capability, assets, and activities required for means of living. It's flexible and adaptable to different settings. And then again, I also use the asset-based approach, which is used to transform challenges into opportunities. Next, please.
We have 2 minutes left.
Yeah. So where are we now? We have done at Nagas Post, we did the Global University of Lifelong Learning, and we had Bruce to come on the very first time to introduce this concept to the community. They are currently completing the degree stage. It's based on aspects such as personal development, emotional intelligence, etc., and also developing pathways, and some of the pathways is Stockville, Garden, Spaza Shop, and we use a lot of action learning. And the next pathway is planting prickly pears, etc. Next, please. So in conclusion, I want to say no university can define excellence without reference to its pursuit of knowledge. It bears asking, however, we came to know and what kind of knowledge we are celebrating as a university community, and who benefits from the knowledge we are producing. And it's a reference to Folming here. And then Barbara Holland says, the scholarship of engagement and the idea of community partnerships are not about service. They are about extraordinary forms of teaching and research, and happens when they come together. Next, please. So becoming a change agent for deep democracy is an ongoing spiral of action and reflection on our own practice that gets deeper as we tune into our deeper self and sense fully our co-participation in the living, evolving socially around us for the purpose that calls us. Therein lies ensemble of awareness, the felt sense of interconnectedness and service to the whole. That is the heart of community engagement, and it was adapted from Wilson 2019. Thank you so much.